We heard their words from Sir Martin Sorrell and Alan Rutherford. They talked about what worked before won't work now, what was successful even a year ago wouldn't necessarily work and be successful today. They also talked about the world begins and ends with the consumer, but what happens when the behaviors of the consumer changes, and what are the consequences for marketers? Well, to help us answer those questions, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Global Brand Building and Marketing Officer for Procter & Gamble, Mr. Marc Pritchard.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Monita. I want to start by thanking the IAA and the leadership of the Russian government for inviting me on behalf of P&G. P&G has invested in Russia for nearly 20 years now, and we are very committed and believe in Russia's bright future. And it's really quite an honor to be here today and to share with you my thoughts on brand building. And as I look at all of you here this morning in the audience, our agency and media partners, government partners, as well as brand builders, I see stewards of the most beloved brands in the world. I also see that we have the opportunity and the privilege to positively shape the future of brand building in our world. And I see, as Sir Martin said, that our work and our roles are changing quite a bit. As Sir Martin said, the last 2 years have been very tough for all of us. But I believe that we will someday look back and view this great recession as a time when we hit the reset button and then we recalibrate it. We recalibrate it to make a difference in the way we build our brands. Now is a critical time, because as we move forward, I believe that the biggest challenge in front of us is that we need to rethink how we build our brands. And I believe that means changing our mindset. Changing our mindset from marketing to serving, inspired by purpose. That means changing our actions from marketing to consumers so they buy our brands, to serving consumers with our brands so we make their lives better each and every day. Now, why is now the time for change? Notwithstanding the tough economy situation, I believe now is the time for change because consumers are asking for it. Cynicism and distrust in business and some governments is at its highest. In the 2009 Edelman Good Purpose study, consumers demanded higher expectations of companies, governments, and brands. They want to know more about what the institution stands for, and they want to know what that institution is doing to help the world, not just themselves. And consumers want to give more to the world, not just consume. They're looking for brands not just to buy, but they're looking for brands that have values and beliefs that they can believe in and that they can buy into. Now, I believe the time for change is now because consumers have unlimited access to information. It's right at their fingertips. And in the next 18 months, 4.5 billion consumers will have access to the internet because of mobile phone technology. Transparency will be a way of life because people can and they will find out what we stand for and what we're doing. And I believe the time for change is now because our employees are ready to serve. More than ever, our employees and other employees are choosing companies that are ready to serve others. They're choosing companies that are following a higher order purpose besides just making money. Now, I believe we are the leaders who can change brand building and be more about serving consumers and inspired by a higher order purpose. Today I'm going to share a few examples of how P&G is building brands and serving consumers behind a higher order purpose. I hope it will demonstrate that brands can serve to make the lives of people around the world better, and that in turn, brands and companies will be rewarded with bigger ideas, more creativity, and better and more sustainable business results. Now, brand building with a purpose starts from the top. And last year, Bob McDonald became our new CEO, and he declared a new growth strategy to touch and improve more consumers' lives in more parts of the world more completely. This is a strategy that reinforces that our company exists to serve people and to make their lives just a little bit better every day. Now, this purpose gives brand building new meaning. There are three questions that we now ask when it comes to building a brand. Why, what, and how. First, why does the brand exist? I like to think about this as the soul, or the core essence of the brand. It answers the question, why does this brand exist uniquely to touch and improve life? Second, what does the brand stand for? I like to think about this as the heart. And it answers the question, what's the core benefit of this brand that makes life better? But it also defines the brand's core human values. Like people, brands have character. And it's crucial that the brand's actions are consistent with its values. Third, how is the brand expressed through execution? I like to think about this as the body, or the physical manifestation of the purpose, the benefit, the character of the brand. It comes to life in products and services, in how we express new ideas through communications, and in the everyday actions that we take to connect brands with people. Answers to the why, what, and how questions can lead to brands that serve consumers and make life better. For P&G, we want to make the lives of 5 billion consumers better in the next 5 years. That's 1 billion more than we serve today, and we believe purpose-inspired brand building is absolutely essential to make that happen. Let me give you just a few examples. Let's start with Pampers. It's an $8 billion brand, and it touches billions of parents and babies worldwide. And that includes millions of moms and babies right here in Russia. Why Pampers exists is to improve babies' happy, healthy development. What Pampers delivers is the core benefit of dryness, fit, and comfort. This allows babies to sleep, play, and explore, which in turn makes them happier, healthier, and develop better. How Pampers brings this to life is through a wide range of actions that serve babies and moms alike. We start with innovating to constantly develop better products, because that's at the core of how Pampers serves babies and parents. We recently introduced Active Fit, for better fit around the tummy, to help babies play and explore better. But also, right here in Russia, a Russian organization was inspired to develop and create Sleep and Play. This is a lower-priced product that allows Pampers to be more accessible to people with lower incomes. Not only here in Russia, but it is now being expanded around the world. Now, Pampers also makes lives better through ideas. Now, how many of you have children? Okay, I see some of you have admitted it and you've raised your hands. That's good, thank you. Well, you all know that after a night of uninterrupted sleep, babies wake up, and they wake up happier the next day, they eat better, they play better, and they develop better. And you're a lot better too. Now, this led to a big idea, that a better tomorrow starts with a night of golden sleep. Now, take a look at how we brought this to life in the commercial that will soon be running here in Russia.
Ничто не может потревожить тебя, когда ты спишь в новых Pampers Active Baby. Они непревзойденно впитывают влагу, сохраняя твою кожу сухой до 12 часов. Новые Pampers Active Baby. Спокойной ночи, счастливые дни.
Of course, we discovered another benefit: it makes babies dance better. Now, Pampers even provides services for parents. Russian parents can now get advice online from Dr. Kumarov. Simple act of buying Pampers. 1 pack equals 1 vaccine. That campaign has actually enabled moms to deliver more than 100 million vaccines throughout the world to be able to help moms and eliminate neonatal tetanus. In Russia alone, consumers that participated in this program provided 4 million vaccines last year. All of these activities are inspired by Pampers' purpose of improving babies' happy, healthy development. And the business results have been very strong. The brand has been rewarded by adding more than $1 billion in sales during the last 2 years, and it consistently builds market share. Now, I suspect some of you may say, okay, purpose works for moms, but what about men? There's a lot of men in the audience, right? Well, Gillette is another great example of a purpose-inspired brand. It exists to help men look, feel, and be their best by giving men the best shave that a man can get. That leads to more confidence. which then leads to them looking, feeling, and be their best. Now, this may be tough to admit, but how many of you have ever asked your wife or your girlfriend, do I really have to shave today? Okay, there's a couple of guys in there that admitted it. Okay, I admit it. I've asked that many times. And my wife has said that I'm inherently lazy when it comes to shaving. Well, in India, it's a little different story. Men were growing the stubble look, grown out for a couple of days. And the reason why they did that is because shaving is a painful chore. They use the double-edged razor, and in fact, many of the men actually bleed when they shave. Now, women said they would prefer the clean-shaven look. And let's face it, one of the things that makes our lives better as men is being attracted to women. So the Gillette team wanted to make the difference here, and they created a national debate, to shave or not. This was entirely through PR. They took celebrities, news anchors, women on the street with interviews, and they asked several questions. Do you prefer clean-shaven celebrities? Are clean-shaven men more successful? Do clean-shaven men get promoted and get better jobs than others? And the all-important question, are clean-shaven men more attractive to women? Well, this national debate created more than 1 billion impressions, and the business results were absolutely outstanding, growing more than 40%, and this idea is now expanding worldwide. The purpose of helping men look, feel, and be their best is building Gillette, not only in India, but in other places around the world. Now, when a brand is inspired by purpose, it can also lead to serving people better by attracting strong partnerships and to help build smaller brands. A good example is Pure and P&G's Children's Safe Drinking Water program that provides clean drinking water around the world. Pure and P&G believe that everyone in the world deserves clean water. Unfortunately, more than 1 billion people in the world do not have access to clean water every day. And a recent United Nations study says that unclean water is responsible for more deaths than all forms of violence around the world, including war. So Pure and P&G have joined forces with more than 100 partners, including organizations such as Population Services International and even several governments, to provide 2 billion liters of clean drinking water that are preventing illness and saving lives, mostly the lives of children. Let's take a look at this brief clip to see how it's done.
Hey, it's me, Water. Didn't recognize me, did you? Let me explain. Did you know there's a world water crisis going on? 1 billion people don't have clean water to drink. Like the people near Arusha, Tanzania, where the water is making them sick. So my friends at Pure are doing something about it. They're sharing a technology that turns dirty, contaminated water into clean drinking water. And it's saving lives. You can help too. When you buy a Pure pitcher or faucet filter to clean your water at home, we'll provide 10 liters of clean water to those who need it most. Clean water for you, clean water for the world. That's how it works. Pure, proud supporter of the Children's Safe Drinking Water Program and Summit on the Summit.
Now, every act that Pure and P&G take is consistent with this purpose. We join forces with celebrities and musicians and actors to climb Mount Kilimanjaro to be able to bring awareness to the world water crisis. We donate a week's supply of water to children in need for every Pure pack that's purchased. And when natural disasters hit, like earthquakes and tsunamis, Pure, P&G, and partners are on hand to work with government agencies to provide clean water for the water systems that are often destroyed. In fact, in Haiti, we're on track to provide 60 million liters of clean water to help prevent diseases and help people get back on their feet. Now, Pure, P&G, and our partners have committed to provide more than 4 billion liters of clean water throughout the world by 2012. Joining forces with strong, like-minded partners to do good while doing well and build this small brand. That's the power of purpose-inspired brand building. Now, brand building with a purpose can also give new meaning to everything, including corporate sponsorships. Last February, P&G and about 18 brands joined the United States Olympic Association to sponsor Team USA in the Olympics in the winter in Vancouver. Now, at first, we did the traditional thing. We took these 18 brands, we joined up with some athletes, and we tried to give them benefits and try to come up with ideas that were really espousing both the benefits of the brand and the athletes. And these were good programs, but frankly we felt that something was missing. It just didn't have the power that it needed. So we challenged ourselves. Create an idea that unites the purpose of the Olympics with the purpose of P&G. At first glance, it's not obvious what P&G and 18 brands have to do with the Olympics, until we realized one simple fact. Every Olympic athlete has a mom, and those moms are staying with their athletes every step of the way. And P&G appreciates moms, and we're with moms every step of the way in their lives to make their lives better. So from this insight, we created an idea to just simply express our gratitude to moms and thank them behind our P&G Proud Sponsor of Moms campaign. It led to acts of generosity. We discovered that many athletes' moms couldn't attend the Olympic Games because of financial hardships. So we gave them a P&G family home, a place to stay and gather. We had great things like a Tide Laundry Center, the Pringles Game Room, and also the P&G Beauty Spa. We had impromptu medal ceremonies. And we also had nice things like letting Evan Lyschek's mom watch Evan win the gold medal because she was too nervous to go to his performance. Plus, we had a Pampers Playroom Village that allowed Nicole Pace to stay here and play with her baby Chloe. This was a service. This was about serving these moms and families and giving them a place to stay. Now, we were also inspired to develop innovative advertising. We created a campaign that acknowledged moms and what moms feel and do for their kids every day, and simply thanks them. Let me show you that here now.
P&G, proud sponsor of moms.
This program also just simply led to acts of kindness. We found out that many moms could not make it to the Olympic Games because of financial hardship. So we extended them a thank you mom gift and made sure that every one of them could get there to watch their kids watching the Olympics. We also extended it to the Paralympics because our employees were inspired to continue the impact on Paralympians and their moms. I just spent 3 days with Paralympian skier Katie Sarabi, who is visually impaired, and her mom, Kathy. And this act of kindness, getting them to the Olympics, really made a big difference in this family's life and a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Now, these were all sincere acts of service on our part to help these moms. But we were also rewarded by consumers. The business results have exceeded our expectations. We generated more than 6 billion impressions. 3 billion of those impressions were in PR, 1 billion of those impressions were on digital. And our business results are well ahead of expectations in terms of sales and market share. But even better, we still get letters from moms that are thanking us for touching their lives and professing their loyalty to P&G brands forever. Now, I hope these examples will demonstrate the inspirational power of purpose to build brands, and build brands in ways that don't simply market to consumers, but seek to serve them and make their lives better. So now that we've hit the reset button, what do we need to do to change, to move forward and take brand building to the next level of serving through purpose? I think there are 3 changes that I would submit you can go back and put into motion when you get back in the office next Monday. 1, change your mindset about building brands. Move from marketing to consumers so they buy our brands to serving people with your brand to make their life better. They still will buy your brands, and they'll probably buy more. 2, change the definition about why your brand exists. Define the core brand benefit that makes the life of your consumer better. Define the core values that your brands believe in. And define the essence of your brand's character that you and consumers would be proud to be associated with. 3, change your actions on how your brand is expressed in terms of products, ideas, services, and causes. Consider new partners that'll help your brand, including sponsors, organizations, networks, governments, and even consumers who are willing to participate on your behalf. Make sure that every partnership is viewed through the lens of serving people to make their lives better. I believe that with these changes, the consequences will be surprisingly positive for all of us. We'll have a growing community of people who care about our brands more. We'll have greater loyalty than we've ever experienced from consumers. And that will lead to higher and more sustainable sales growth. And there is one other benefit that purpose-inspired brand building brings, and that's the positive impact on our employees. It's the people of our company that really bring our purposes to life. It's really the people that inspire the passion to make a difference. They'll do extraordinary things when they have meaning and higher order purpose. For example, they'll go to great lengths. They'll go all the way to Africa, like what we have here with Francis and Atul, who've gone to Nigeria to help children and help moms and pediatricians take care of their babies. They'll go all the way to travel the world to give children safe drinking water for the first time, like Dr. Greg Allgood is doing here in Tanzania. And they'll come up with simple acts of service to give mom a chance to be with their child on a special occasion, like Sharon McMaster here is doing with Olympic athlete Jared Peterson's mom in Vancouver. I've seen countless examples of people going above and beyond the call of duty when they're inspired by a higher order meaning to their work. I truly believe that we have the potential to change our craft from marketing to serving. And when we can serve consumers better with the purpose of making their lives better, I believe it'll have a transformative positive consequence on our industry. Serving others to make life better will result in bigger ideas, more creativity, more loyal consumers, more inspired employees, and better and more sustainable business results. And yes, serving others to make life better will even make coming to work a lot more fun. Thank you to the IAA World Congress organizers and to the Russian government for inviting me here to be today on behalf of P&G, and thank you for your attention.